Sports Now, Marky Billson here. 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. You can also hear me on jetbroadcasting.live between 12 and 2, or you can watch the show archived on our 1420 WEMB Sports Radio Facebook page. Just look at the video section. I'm a little bit late. I haven't slugged Thursday or Friday shows. We'll get it all caught up today later on, and you can watch what I have to say and all this. And when we do that, we really get a lot of viewers on Facebook, and I want to thank everybody for making Tri-City Sports Now what it is today, if you will. Well, normally right now we would be talking to SoCon John Hooper. We will talk to him tomorrow because right now Media Days is going on in the Southern Conference for their football season. And so SoCon John Hooper, he is our reporter there, and he'll join us tomorrow and tell us what he saw. But they did come out with the media poll. Of course, we talked to Jim Johnson earlier today, and he explained why he thought that 3 of the top 6 players in the Southern Conference are playing for ETSU. And that's an objective source, not one of these, homers and all that sort of stuff that you get a lot of around here in the Tri-Cities. But the poll, it's not really that much of a surprise. Here it goes. Wofford, number 1, with 21 first-place votes. That's who I voted for, followed by Furman, which got 6 first-place votes. And then the Buccaneers, ETSU, they got 2 first-place votes, and they were number 3. Okay. So remember, they were number 8 last year in a preseason poll. All right, the 3 teams that tied for the SoCon title last year now are picked in the top 3. And really, if you wanted to weight them, I know that ETSU made the playoffs by virtue of their victory against Furman. The late Dylan Weigel safety when Dwan Bell downed the ball instead of calling for a fair catch, and that cost the Paladins 22 yards of field position and put them in position to allow a safety, the safety that won the game late for ETSU 29-27. Look, we get that. Okay, so really, standings, playoffs, yes, Furman, I think a lot of people would have considered to be the better team than ETSU last year, but regardless, Wofford, Furman, and ETSU, that is the way that I think the power rankings would have gone last year. Buccaneers, though, didn't win the game, so they deserve to go to the playoffs. And, 1, 2, 3, that's the way they finished, and they got them in the power rankings mode of last year. Okay, yeah, I think a lot of times you vote for last year in these preseason media polls. I had ETSU number 2 and Furman number 3. Number 4, I had Chattanooga. The rest of the media, their consensus was the Bears, Mercer. I didn't think Mercer would be all that good. We'll see. Then comes Chattanooga, who I think is a dark horse, Nick Tiano. They're number 5. I had him number 4. Number 6 is Samford. That's on name. I had him last. Media thinks number 6. Citadel, Hero Sports, thinks they could be the number 25 team in the FCS. I think he'll be the number 8 team in the Southern Conference. They got him number 7. Western Carolina, who I picked with Adams them to be number 5. Rest of the media thinks they're number 8. And then lowly VMI, as Jim Johnson said, you just picked VMI to be in last place. There were 29 members of the media who voted in the Southern Conference preseason poll, including Watt. I'm looking at the vote totals here. I have to be one of only 2 people that did not pick VMI for last place. I don't know who picked them number 8. I'm doing the math on the point total. I had VMI number 7. I think, yes, I think they'll win 2 shootout games in the SoCon, finish 3-8, and, they'll be number 7 that way, okay? That's my prediction. Everybody else had number 9. One other guy had him number 8. And I'm looking at this. So I know that I'm the Keydets only fan. All right. There you go. Because I think I could go 3-8. That's hard right there. So again, preseason poll on the SoCon. SoCon John Hooper joins us tomorrow. Media Day is going on right now. Wofford, Furman, ETSU, Mercer, Chattanooga, pardon me, boy, but is that the Chattanooga Moccasins at number 5? Samford, number 6, Citadel, number 7, Western Carolina, number 8, and Virginia Military, as to be expected, number 9. There you go. And I'm the guy who voted him the highest. I noticed he had 29 people vote, 27 of them had to have him last place. One guy had him 8th, I'm the guy who had him 7th. That's the way it had to be right there. Okay. Football coaches in the Southern Conference, they select their preseason teams, and their poll is a little bit different from the media. Okay, here we go. Wofford, they're number 1 with 7 of 9 first place votes, followed by the Furman Paladins. They're number 2 with 1 first place vote. ETSU gets 1 first place vote, and they're number 3. So right now they're the same as the media. Then the coaches agree with Marky Billson. Don't ever forget that. If you're a coach, don't ever forget that. We believe that Chattanooga will be number 4. I got Mercer number 6. They got him number 5. They got Samford number 6. So does the overall media. I think the Bulldogs will be dreadful. Just nothing stands out. 5'8" receiver. That's it. Citadel number 7. I had them number 8. Hero Sports thinks they'll be nationally ranked in the FCS. At least they're their preseason top 25. And they got them out of ETSU. Western Carolina is number 8. And then VMI. But the thing is, somebody also had to pick VMI in not last place because they got 12 votes. Now, if you go by the coaches, and I know, the SIDs vote for it, not the coaches, all that. But you got 1 through 9, right? Okay, so if everybody picked you to finish last place, you'd have 9 points. VMI has 12. I don't know why I'm fascinated by this, but I am. Anyway, and I say that here, but you would then have, if that was the case, how do they do these voting? Because then they say Wofford has 63 first place votes, or 63 votes total. But then, if you went 7 times 9 is 63, and they got 7 first place votes. So people leave them off the ballot or something? That makes no sense. I don't understand that. First team quarterback in the Southern Conference. Tyree Adams, he is projected to be the player of the year. ETSU's Nasir Player is selected as the defensive player of the year, preseason by the coaches. No surprise then that Adams is not the first team quarterback, and surprisingly Nick Tiano, despite the fact that he's 6'5", weighs 240 pounds, he's not even second team, even though there are some people that think he could be drafted in the NFL next year. It is Reese Udinsky, who is the reason why I picked VMI to be number 7 this year, along with wide receiver Javion Lara, who's a first-team wide receiver, as a matter of fact, in the Southern Conference Coaches Poll. Well, it is Udinsky, the number 2 quarterback, and it is Adams, who's the first-team quarterback, according to the SoCon coaches / SIDs. ETSU players that made it. Quay Holmes is the first team running back. A lot of people think that's sophomore. Hey, forget about the fumble at the goal line in the playoff game. He's the top back in the SoCon. A lot of people think that. He'll share a first team all-conference backfield with Trey Division. Also, Jason Madu Folkwa on the defensive line, along with Nasir Player. They are first-team defense. Tyree Robinson, defensive back. He, from ETSU, is a first-team defender as well. So 3 players from ETSU on the first-team All-Southern Conference preseason offense. Of course, you want to be on the postseason. First team defense. I said offense. Defense. You want to be on the first team postseason, not the preseason, but the preseason is here. So we got. Now there were 3 players on Chattanooga who made the first team all SoCon defenses selected by the coaches / ADs. Marshall Cooper, senior linebacker from the Mocs, as well as defensive backs Brandon Dowell and Gerald Lawson. The latter 2 are both juniors. Other ETSU players, Ben Blackman on the offensive line, as well as Tremaine Shorts on the offensive line. Their second team, all SoCon, ETSU. And then Jeremy Lewis, the senior defensive back, he is second team, all SoCon. Coaches were not allowed to vote for their own players. Interesting. Every school in the SoCon had 2 first-team picks, unlike the Tennessee Volunteers. In the SEC preseason, they didn't have any players, except on special teams, in the top 3 preseason all SEC teams. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Anyway, that's the report from SoCon Media Days. Look for Wofford to be the team to beat. Look for Tyree Adams from Western Carolina. That's who they think is the best quarterback. And then also look for player from ETSU on defense, top player in the league.
All-American savings at Neighbor.